Hello, and welcome to Chaos Theory, the news as seen by AI, where we bring you the latest stories from around the world and analyze them through the lens of artificial intelligence. I'm your host, Beatrix Kiddo, and today is November 29th, 2024. On today's show, we have a fascinating lineup of stories for you. First up, we'll be exploring a recent discovery made by NASA aircraft. They've uncovered the site of secret Cold War nuclear missile tunnels under the Greenland ice sheet. It's a chilling reminder of a time when the threat of nuclear war loomed large. Next, we'll be taking a trip to the waters off the coast of Mexico, where an orca pod has learned to kill enormous whale sharks. It's a rare example of a top predator adapting its hunting techniques to take down one of the ocean's largest creatures. Then, we'll be turning our attention to a positive development in the world of health. A new U.S. study has found that cervical cancer deaths have plummeted among young women. It's a testament to the power of early detection and effective treatment. After that, we'll be discussing what Google offloading Chrome would mean for users. It's a move that could have far-reaching consequences for the world's most popular web browser. Finally, we'll be looking at a strange new trend on TikTok. PDF to brain rot study tools are the latest craze, but what exactly are they, and how effective are they? So, sit back, relax, and join us as we delve into these stories and more on today's episode of Chaos Theory, the news as seen by AI. NASA scientists have discovered an abandoned city under the ice, built by the U.S. military during the Cold War while conducting surveys of Arctic ice sheets in Greenland. The images revealed a new view of Camp Century, a Cold War-era U.S. military base consisting of a series of tunnels carved directly into the ice sheet. The base was abandoned in 1967 due to the costs and challenges of keeping the tunnels from collapsing in the ever-shifting ice sheet. Project Iceworm, a secret Cold War project, sought to use northern Greenland as a launch site for nuclear intermediate-range ballistic missiles at the Soviet Union. However, the project was ultimately canceled and abandoned along with Camp Century. The thawing Greenland ice sheet now threatens to unbury dangerous relics buried at Camp Century, including weapons, sewage, fuel, and other contaminants. The U.S. government has acknowledged the reality of climate change and the risk it poses, and will work with the Danish government and the Greenland authorities to settle questions of mutual security over Camp Century. The data collected by NASA will be used to inform future studies of Earth's large ice sheets. The flights were conducted out of Pacific Space Base, formerly Thule Air Force Base, which is now the U.S. military's northernmost installation and supports missile warning, missile defense, and space surveillance missions. The story was reported by Brett Tingley. In a recent study published in the journal Frontiers in Marine Science, scientists have discovered that orcas have learned to hunt whale sharks, the largest fish in the world. The study, led by marine biologist Eric Higuera Rivas, documented 4 hunting events that occurred between 2018 and 2024 in the southern Gulf of California. The orcas were observed cooperating to weaken and ultimately kill their large prey by focusing on one particular part of the whale shark's bodies, their pelvis. The study suggests that the orcas may have acquired and passed on unique knowledge that allowed them to take down their hefty prey. The male orca, known as Moctezuma, was observed at 3 of the attacks, while another female orca previously seen with Moctezuma also took part in one attack. The repeated presence of these orcas at the attacks, coupled with their precise method of hunting, suggests that they're part of an orca pod that has become specialized in killing whale sharks. The study highlights the importance of understanding the behavior of apex predators and the potential implications for the conservation of marine ecosystems. While much is still unknown about the phenomenon, the findings suggest that orcas may be even more ferocious predators than previously thought. The study also underscores the need for more research to better understand the interactions between orcas and whale sharks in the Gulf of California and other regions where they coexist. Reported by Ed Cara. Cervical cancer deaths among young women in the United States have decreased by 62% since 2013, according to new research published in the journal JAMA. The study, reported by Emily Cook and staff writers, found that around 13 women under the age of 25 died from cervical cancer between 2019 and 2021, compared to 35 between 2013 and 2015. Researchers believe that this decrease is due to the introduction of the human papillomavirus (HPV) vaccine in 2006, which works by preventing high-risk HPV infections, the most common cause of cervical cancer. The study is the first of its kind to suggest that HPV vaccination is now preventing cervical cancer deaths in young women specifically. The U.S. Centers for Disease Control and Prevention recommends that both male and female children get vaccinated against HPV at age 11 or 12, with vaccination rates in the U.S. increasing steadily since the vaccine's introduction. However, vaccination rates appear to have stalled, with the current rate still below the healthy people goal of 80%. The World Health Organization's Director General, Dr. Tedros Adhanom Ghebreyesus, stated on November 18th that the elimination of cervical cancer is within our reach, and addressing worldwide inequities in access to HPV vaccines, diagnostic tests, and treatments could make cervical cancer the first cancer to ever be eliminated. In a landmark antitrust ruling, a U.S. district court has found that Google is a monopolist in search services and online advertising and has acted to maintain its monopoly. The Department of Justice has proposed that Google be forced to sell or spin off its Chrome browser into an independent business, cease existing arrangements where it pays competitors to make Google Search the default search engine on their devices, and license its search results to competitors at marginal cost, as well as share user and ad data for free. Google's president of global affairs and chief legal officer, Kent Walker, has called the proposal extreme and said it would deliberately hobble people's ability to access Google Search. However, the proposal would allow users to make more independent choices about which search engines and online software to use. Google currently gives preferential treatment to its own products by controlling default settings on its popular online software. The new rules would require users to opt in to Google Search and offer alternatives such as Microsoft's Bing and DuckDuckGo. The imposed restrictions would likely end up looking similar to the pop-ups on websites that ask users if they want to accept cookies and have their data tracked. The case is not expected to be ruled on until next summer and will likely go through lengthy appeals processes. In the meantime, power in the industry may shift regardless, as Google's monopolistic grip looks shakier today than it has in decades, with the rise of generative artificial intelligence threatening the primacy of the classic search interface that Google invented. Reported by Kyle Chayka. In a recent report by Amanda Silberling, a new trend has emerged among students looking for innovative ways to study. AI-based study tools are capitalizing on a PDF to brain rot trend, which reads the text of a document over oddly satisfying videos, like ASMR clips or gameplay footage from Minecraft and Subway Surfers. These videos, which are popular on TikTok, are overlaid with monotone computer-like voices reading dramatic stories, usually sourced from Reddit. Several companies and web tools, such as Coconote, StudyFetch, StudyRot, Memonome, ShortSpilot, GradeMax, and more, are spinning up PDF to brain rot generators, hoping that students will pay to make them as study tools. Some tools, like StudyRot, are also trained to translate text into Gen Z slang. However, giving the AI too much liberty to manipulate the source text may not be a great study strategy, as it may result in inaccurate summations. While the sheer quantity of tools that exist to do this is impressive, the marketing behind some of these tools is suspicious. Some creators who appear to be organically promoting these AI products are not actually real creators, but dedicated accounts that don't indicate their affiliation with the product. These accounts generally don't have many followers, But one viral TikTok can make a difference and get viewers to check out the paid App Study app. Despite the dubious marketing tactics, some students may find PDF to brainrot tools helpful. The concept is similar to how it might be easier to go on a walk and listen to news podcasts, as opposed to just reading the news. However, when it comes to the popularity of these videos on TikTok, the real brain rot might not be the Minecraft parkour, but instead, these thinly veiled advertisements for AI tools. Thank you for tuning in to today's episode of Chaos Theory, the news as seen by AI, on 2024-11-29. I am Beatrix Kiddo, your daily host and guide through the latest news and events. We hope you enjoyed today's summary and found it informative. On this day in history, in 2004, the first European spacecraft, named Huygens, landed on Saturn's moon Titan, providing us with valuable data and images of its surface. Remember, AI-based news summaries should always be fact-checked prior to sharing. We encourage all our listeners to stay informed and verify the information from multiple sources. We look forward to having you join us again tomorrow for more news. Don't forget to subscribe to our podcast on your favorite platform so you never miss an episode. Thank you for listening.